Welcome back, Screamers. How are we doing tonight?
Hey.
We are back for another episode, breaking down from episode 8. Yeah,
Yep.
episode 8. We are.
Yep.
It doesn't even feel like we are 8 episodes into this season. I'm super excited to get into this episode, but before we start that, make sure that you turn on your notifications, like, share, subscribe, all the things. Make sure that you are here every week talking about From and all the other content that we have coming out. Thank you for everybody that's here. Silverside, welcome, my friend. Mama Blu-ray, welcome. Welcome.
Yes.
All right, so this episode titled Thresholds. Synopsis. Accusations start flying and truths come to light. In the aftermath of a tragedy, Victor struggles to recover long buried memories about the town's past. Julie and Ethan search for answers about the mysterious ruins in the woods. Again, when you come and hanging out with us here, you know we have a drinking game. So tonight, there's nothing different. When you hear the word gym, pick up your cocktails and have a sip with us. So we're going to just start off right. Sometimes we make it a little tipsy tonight with his name being the one we're talking about. But before we get to him, let's talk about the Fatima of it all. Because I feel like her storyline was really brought into the forefront this episode. And like she was felt like more of a main character for once.
Oh, she did.
What about this episode with Fatima?
I enjoyed it. It was good to see her. You know, because I didn't know when we ended the last episode whether that was on purpose or not. But when she explains like that she was kind of taking over when she did what she did to Tilly, that was very interesting because it's like she's not in control of her body.
Yeah.
And she really is becoming, like I always said, you got to be mindful of danger to probably to those around her. But I love seeing her at the forefront today, in the story.
What about you, Keisha?
I'm loving like the whole Fatima situation. I know we've been kind of just like, oh, she just need to go, but this pregnancy is just like you said, it's making her as the main character. From time that we found out she's pregnant, then to like Tilly. Rest in love and Tilly. And now, and now she on the run, but it's like where she runs to? Oh, to a shack. So yeah, I'm literally like living for the Fatima like storyline, and I know like Boyd and like Ellis was gonna do something goofy. I knew it.
Yeah, you know this was gonna protect her.
Yeah.
Hey, Shay, how you doing?
Hey, sis. We're talking about the Fatima of it all.
Oh yeah. If there's one thing that Boyd is gonna do, it's gonna protect a white or white adjacent woman.
Not coming in hot.
I'm sorry, he did the same thing with what's her name? Is it Sarah?
Oh yeah, and they mentioned that too. Yep, they mentioned that this episode too.
Sasha, why can't it just be the underdog? Why it got to be all that?
It's because they don't give the sisters enough lines. I counted at least 3 black women on the cast, and
no lines. Yeah, no one was this. No,
but what's her name? Baka did get a couple lines.
Yeah, she did.
She was like, "Where can I put on my apron at?"
Oh God!
She's trying to figure out, am I dropping cooking? Am I cooking the chitlins for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, she wasn't nowhere to be seen this episode.
I done brought my seasonings, with me on the bus. She's back there in the kitchen somewhere. Lady.
So let's get this right. So they decide we just gonna leave Tilly body on the ground, right? And let somebody else find her. Was that shady or was that like?
I thought I would have moved it. I think
that was nasty work. That was nasty.
I think I would have moved it.
I just don't understand why Boyd believes that she's his family so tough.
Because his son, I can't say that.
Yeah.
Because his son is married to her. I was gonna say something else, but because his son is actually married.
I think it's more so for Ellis.
Yeah.
But they know that she's not all there. Even they just had the ultrasound, like the baby might be a vampire baby that can't be seen on ultrasound. But still, it should give you some pause and to believe her.
Yeah, and see that's why my girl Donna. I think Donna was on point with that. Like, she's dangerous. You don't really know what to expect.
This is something interesting because now we're at this huge moral dilemma, right? Between the big heads of this show, right? We have Boyd and his family, and we have Donna and trying to be the representative of the entire town. And she's like, you need to tell these people or I will. When she gave him that ultimatum, I felt that in my chest, and I was I don't know how I felt some type of way about it.
I agree with Donna though. Yeah, because I think that's true, because she is so unknown, and that you don't really know what you're dealing with, and he's already lost trust. This will just put it over next level.
Sarah got something for it.
I don't see it.
Okay.
Greetings, King Michael. He said Boyd needs his whole ass beat for this. Okay, listen. So what would y'all do though? What would y'all do?
I would have to let people know, because to me, is unknown. Like, she unsafe, because when she was describing it, like I said, the last episode, I thought it was a mistake. Like, she just did that by mistake and it was an accident. But this episode, she literally said, I felt a rage come over me and I couldn't stop myself and I just did it. That's another level. You know what I mean? If you are in control of your faculties, what's going on?
Can we just say how Boyd has been showing that he's been a black father this whole season? Because let me tell you something. He told Ellis, I'm not worried about her. I'm really worried about. He had to stop himself. He was like, I don't give about her. I'm trying to worry about you. Because if she kills you, I'm going to have to kill her. That's what he basically told her. He was like, Ellis, I love you, but it ain't all that.
Yeah. I mean, he's right about that. And we noticed that ever since the breakdown of a lot of things of Tion's death, that he's going by emotions. He's literally breaking down like everywhere. Even when Donna mentioned, when they were telling her about that, Fatima killed Tilly, and he was just like, oh shit. He kind of had that oh shit moment right there. Like, she really is going to tell everybody that what happened, because that was going out for blood for Sarah.
Yeah,
literally going out for blood for Sarah. And I was like, why would you? I understand Sarah did some stuff like that, but Sarah been in her house knitting, crocheting,
taking care of Victor.
She got an alibi with Victor. That's my alibi.
That is her alibi.
They're not listening to that either.
But how is she just gonna go up to Colony House and just stab Tilly, because she really didn't even know Tilly? So what was her whole point of to like say, oh, it's Sarah because she did it? No, it's not Sarah this time.
Listen, Donna said the only person that's killed somebody here is Sarah. So it's Sarah. Sarah is the one.
But you see why? That's why it's so bad, because if you do something to Fatima, Donna brought up another good point. You didn't do anything to Sarah. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, how do you even deal with that? Because,
the way Elgin did. I'm going to trick her into being locked in this room.
That was crazy.
Critical Overlord said that y'all are getting a whole cup of tea during the finale. Give us a sprinkle. What you talking about?
I know.
Blame it on Jade or Jim. Let the mob go after them. Wait a minute. Keep Jade.
Blame it on Jim.
Blame it on all of it.
Y'all gotta sip. Y'all said.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute. Get Jade out of your mouth right there.
Oh, it's our favorite Shasha. Jim.
Oh, okay.
Get that man out of your mouth, baby.
Jade does no wrong. Jade is actually a superhero this episode. We're not there yet. We're going to get to it. But Jade is in charge this episode. Let's see. Silverside said Sarah Bodies. That's his nickname for her. Sarah Bodies in the building.
I like her, though. I do.
I like Sarah, too. I like Sarah because she's not like the other girls. Everybody else get like blown out and they get their hair done. Sarah just sit around with her hair looking the same, matted. uncombed, you know, in her Mormon. I'm not gonna say in her very traditional dress. You know,
to be fair, I was looking at her IMDb page. She is getting blowouts. That girl has naturally curly hair. They've been pressing her hair this whole time. And she looks really pretty with the natural curls. Like the curls frame her face better than the straight hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've been flat ironing her hair this whole time.
Y'all see Julie's eyebrows? You know I've been doing Julie's eyebrows too, because they are snatched, and I got this baby snatched.
Yeah, Julie's eyebrows look good.
That's me.
And she got a bust down the middle. She looking good.
She showed crazy.
Yeah, her mom. Listen, Lois Lane looking good this season too because her hair been flowing, and she got highlights.
This is good. So we're going to get some answers. Okay. As I said, do not end this season without at least something not answered.
I wonder if we get a cliffhanger.
Oh, hey,
what's up, Dell on Movies? Thanks for stopping by. Make sure everybody that's rolling in here like and subscribe. Shasha mentioned earlier about the telecast. Subscribe to Scream Kings, and you'll make sure that you get all of the content. Like, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. We will get answers.
Ooh, okay. I'm excited. That's good, at least.
Will a death happen? No, don't answer that. Don't answer that.
This show stays on my mind so much. I was driving home today, and one of the buildings in Orlando has like a crucifix sign on it, but it's in a circle with the crucifix kind of bent, and it looked like the symbol that the babies were looking up at. And then all week,
not the babies.
all week, whenever somebody asks me a question I don't know the answer to, I just be like, cooey.
Cooey.
If you don't know the answer, cooey.
Oh, I tell you.
You know what? We're gonna put that officially with FROMily. When we don't know something, cooey.
Cooey.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, Fatima. Fatima is on the run. They said, you know what? We need to put you in this place so you can be in protective custody. Okay. Or
you'll find out what that means too. Good.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Hold the door. All right, so let's jump a little bit to what we've been waiting to talk about. They get back from the settlement, right? We have Jim.
Oh.
Yeah, we have to. What else?
I just noticed that you're thanks to the real Gail Weathers. Why my favorite part of that movie is when the girl said, "Bam, bitch went down."
Oh yeah, super bitch.
I love you some Gail.
I'm actually extremely obsessed, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Me too.
But yeah, so where were we? Oh, yeah, they were coming back from the settlement, and now Jay pops up at his place, which I'll call the bar. He owns the bar.
Yeah.
And Henry is in here. And Jay, every time he does something different, it makes you fall in love with him. He was like, who the fuck are you?
I know.
Why are you in my house?
Why is Henry in the house? I was figuring it out. I said, you know what? Henry probably in there nuking that man bathroom. Why he in there?
Get some space from Colony.
Because it's quiet. Henry is by himself.
Yeah,
and they have him up at Colony House. It's sensory overload. He said, I got to find a quiet place.
I mean, he old, and I understand. But you know, Tilly, she was eccentric, so she fit right on in with Colony House.
Yeah,
but I was like, what are you doing in there? Is he using that man's toilet?
He was using the toilet. He was
using that man's toilet without asking him. I was like, that is so rude.
And Jade smelled him, and he was like, "Who the fuck?"
He had that bottle.
You got a bottle, and you just stuck in my bar.
Had that bottle like that.
Yeah, like, bro. I don't play about a few things, but I don't play about my bar.
He needed some space from Colony House.
But look at Henry having some wisdom this episode.
Oh, right? Yeah.
I am loving that Jade is trying to solve this mystery and trying to get everything together. And people see that he's trying to do something. Everybody sees this besides one person in particular. So we can just jump right into this moment. And I think it's time to get into the gym of things. Oh, so Jim and Tabitha. Oh yeah, have a sip.
Yeah.
Mm. They have another conversation as a married couple, which is for them, which is strange. That feels very passive aggressive, and he was like, "Why are you letting people fill your head with all this stuff?" And Tabitha's like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, I can't take him. I really need him to go somewhere. It's like every episode. Again, I said he will not give us peace. And I felt like Tabitha, he not reading the room.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to me. Leave me alone. You're not supportive.
And he's not smart. And I'm glad Jade checked his ass because he said, "What is she, a child?
I know.
Thoughts in her head. The sexism at all. Like Jade checked his sexism. Like, what?
Yeah,
she's grown up with her own ideas.
Let me tell you, Jim got this whole
he got
episode.
Red. He got
they took
red.
him here, they took him there, they took him here, and they took him there. This episode,
Jade,
and everybody was right.
Yeah.
Jade.
So you're mad at the work husband.
Yep.
Jade was so just mwah.
Loved
and
it.
the way how he dismissed Jim taking a sip. Like be gone.
I heard Little Kim in my head. You know when Little Kim said, if I was you, I'd hate me too.
I know.
Jade knows it. He is everything that, I don't want to say his name because we got to sip again.
I know.
This person wants to be. Everything that he thinks he is what Jade actually is.
Yep.
Even with I'm the smart dude in the room, you're not the smart dude in the room. You build roller coasters. That dude's an engineer. There's a difference.
He also built a company. So when when Jade arrived, he had a company and he sold it. The reason why Jim is like that because he's a class A narcissist. You see how the way how he talks to his kids.
He is.
You know the way how he talks to his wife, and he is so insecure because he wants to be like Jade. He sees like how his family responds to Jade, especially Tabitha. And I'm just saying, like, dude, was you trying to get a divorce? Was you trying to get a divorce? So you just basically going through the motion of everything, of what's going on. They've been going through the motions before they got there and FROMily. So why are you mad at Jade? Jade telling you like
you know why, baby?
Because they like Jade. They actually like him.
Because he's a work husband.
Yep.
You bring your kids the best gifts when they go on vacation.
Jim is bringing hateration in a dancery.
He was bringing hateration in a dancery.
He was. Jim was, when he came up in there, Jim was like the dust mop trying to fight a Roomba. He had that energy. He was like that, like I'm like,
even his hair.
His hair.
Even his hair wants to be Jake. Look how full.
It does.
The full curl.
Jim thinks if he grow it out in the back, we're gonna ignore the thinness in the front.
I know. I can't take it.
Almost Beetlejuice going on up there. Like, what is you doing?
Yeah, and he'd been missing his Hims prescription and stuff. That's what is getting like that. His Hims prescription.
But this is the first time that we've seen Jim. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Wait, who is Rachel Zegler?
I don't know who she is.
I recognize the name.
Isn't that? Oh no, I'm thinking. No, never mind. I thought I was getting confused. Never mind. I thought it was the fashion person, but no, that's a different one.
Oh,
yeah.
She's the new Snow White. She's the new Snow White. She was in Shazam and Hunger Games.
Oh, okay.
I'm not watching that movie because they don't have no dwarves in it, and I'm mad. Like, them people have limited jobs in Hollywood. You wasn't the one thing they was born to do and take it away from them.
So let's actually dissect a little bit of the dialogue that Midge and Jade had, and how Jade had an answer for every fucking point that Jim had. He was like, you think you're the smartest person in the room trying to solve everything. Okay.
Well, yeah, he's trying to do something.
What's your point? No one, who cares? But no one else thinks that but you. And even if it's true, it's true.
Yeah, he checked him at every turn. Yeah.
Every turn.
Go on, peasant. Go on.
I know. That's it.
That's
Go.
exactly
Yeah.
what he gave him. He's like, go on, peasant. And then when Jim tried to chase him out the door, he was like, we're done.
I know.
We're fucking done.
Trying to block him and
Come
stuff.
back here, buddy. I'm not through with you, buddy. Come on back. Jay's like, bye, go on somewhere.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, Jade is like, I'm trying to figure things out. You out there picking vegetables.
I cannot believe that. It blows my mind that ego is still so big, in this situation.
I know.
That's all Jim is doing is projecting.
Because he useless.
Everybody else.
Yeah, because he's useless.
Oh.
I don't even think he's had a conversation with his own kids about their experiences. I don't think he knows that Ethan sees little boy in white. I don't think he knows what his daughter saw when her eyes turned off back in her head. Like, he hasn't even had a conversation with them kids about what's going on.
Just gaslight Tabitha.
He gaslights Tabitha. He sits and and then listen. Henry was drunk and read him again. Like, you thought it was over? Tabitha read you earlier today.
I love an old man read
again. Now let me go ahead and steal it.
And will it? I don't know if it'll compute, but we'll see.
It's the way he said it. He said, "Can I give you some advice? You should shut the fuck up."
I know. Be quiet, please.
When he said that, I was like,
baby.
Yes, that's what he should do.
The shade of it all.
The shade.
Amazing.
But he was
like, you just got read by Jade, but also Henry at the same breath. You didn't even get a fart in because you just got your shit snatched the fuck off. Your curls and everything and your hairline. Like I said, he's missing his Hims prescription and stuff. And that's what he needed. He needed
While he was picking up his face, Henry was like, one more thing. Shut the fuck up.
He made it drop it like it's hot.
He did.
Again.
Tag team that man.
Tag team.
That's right.
And
that's a real man shit.
I hope he takes it seriously coming from Henry, because I think Henry's coming from the point of view of, I didn't listen to my wife when she was having all these visions and stuff. And look where we at. So you need to listen to yours.
I'm glad you brought that up because it just feels like a certain parallel. Like, I know there's a parallel with Miranda and Lois Lane, but that also means there has to be something with Henry and Jim in that moment. It's almost like I feel like we were looking at two versions of the same person.
I saw that too. But I agree with that. Like, he's lived the experience, and he actually telling you what your wife is experiencing is real. You know what I mean? Hello. You're
trying to fix her, but maybe she doesn't. She's not broken.
She just wants you to listen to her, to kind of validate her, but he just...
And this is why I say he's stupid. Because you live in mystical magical land where people go to trees and come to school. And she's going to see some stuff, and that's just too much for you to believe.
Thank you, Shasha. Yes.
Thank you. Yes. That
don't make no sense.
Yeah, don't make no sense.
He told Tabitha, you're just trying to make everything happen. You have to make everything make sense. Sweetie, we have been here for a couple of months. Don't you know? This is a fairy tale, so we have to act accordingly. And speaking of fairy tales, I mentioned earlier this season that Julie needed her quest. She needed something to do. When we talked about who would you want to see go off and do something?
Oh yeah. Are we talking about that?
yeah, it's time.
Because I love that. Like, when she went in, because again, another time parallel, like that part with Boy, like she was there when Boy was there. That's tripping me out. Like, how that.
Well, we tried to figure out, who threw him the rope, since old buddy was like chained up to the wall. So who could have thrown him the rope? And they finally gave us the answer: who threw the rope.
Yeah, that's crazy. How the time.
Did you catch that he knew her name?
Yeah.
I love that. I know I said that last week about the Donnie Darko whole tangent universe.
Yes.
And then shout out to Mark, and everything. He actually brought up another good sci-fi show called Dark. And it's made in Germany. And if y'all ever watch it, just go and watch it and everything if you've never seen it. But it actually deals with a lot of time traveling. So I was like, you know what? That makes like a little bit of like a good sense, and the quantum leap and shit that they was doing. But yeah, that's like, oh wow, that was her that threw the rope.
I know, I love that.
Boy. It's so neat how they like put the time traveling thing because time is not linear. And I like how they doing that. I mean, especially with the bottle tree of all those dates. So these are people that went through the faraway tree or went somewhere and they written down these dates. So I feel that those numbers are the dates where they went to and they came back.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, she needs to go back. I would go back through that again because I think I remember I heard Victor there too when he was in there with the doll while she was there. And it was like she was getting close to something before she was pulled back. But I think we have to explore that a little bit more. I would go back if I was her.
I am excited that for one, this season for a lot of characters, like has been about growth and we get to see more of them to do more things. Like less Donna, less Boyd. They're impactful, but less of them. And now Julie has her time to shine, and she's doing great.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
I want her to go on this time traveling journey and figure out what's going on, answer questions. You know, as writers, this is a cool device to use to fill in plot holes and you know, all those things. So hopefully we get some more answers that way.
Oh yeah, I love Julie.
Is she time slipping?
People slipping, like the eagle.
I got into not a debate, but a conversation on Twitter about, is Ethan grown? These kids are grown, and somebody mentioned something in the comments. There we go. Critical Thinker said those kids are latchkey kids with unemployed parents.
Oh yeah.
I said, yeah, they are grown. Ethan is grown. You have no choice. Unfortunately, life demands you to.
Gen X.
Hello. Yeah. Me too.
I mean, you have to be. Both the parents are checked out, and I love that him and Julie was support for one another. Yeah, I love that. They was support for one another. Like, let's just go. Let's figure it out.
Eloise and Victor all over again, and it was so sweet to see. And then it made me think, is that what happened to Eloise? Maybe she time slipped too, because I'm just doing this whole, everybody is just a parallel of other people that we've seen before. Whether it's a resurrection, whether it's, you know, double identities or past, I don't know, past lives, but these people are connected.
Yeah, they are.
And the parallels of Ethan and Julie versus Victor and Eloise, it feels like it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I saw something on the internet. They said that the guy chained up on the wall was actually Victor. I mean, was actually Ethan.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ooh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, I had thought about that. Like, what if that? Because who else would know her name and know her immediately from what that?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But also, who would be so chill being on the wall Ethan? He'd have been pinned down to a RV.
But you know what it made me think about? It made me think about the end of Matrix when the architect was looking at all those screens and all the different attempts that Neo did to try to It makes it look like Ethan or the man chained up, that space is that moment. And that's like the crux of like all the time travel and like the little midway intersection for the time traveling and stuff like that. So I wonder if like if that is Ethan, right? Just if that is Ethan, how long was he there?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That is. Could it be like, if that is per se, hypothetically, that is Ethan, could Ethan just be the key? The dude can Ethan can change his name anytime, because even when people that like time travel or some shit like that, they're gonna change their name so they won't reveal their real personality.
That's what I was thinking. That's why he wouldn't say that
he could be like, say like, you know what, I'm gonna sacrifice my life for everybody to get out of this town. And he could be the one that's like sticking there because of the Uchi Coochie La La La. You know, he could be like the one that like this to release the Uchi Coochie Lala kids, you know, because they spirit and they souls is stuck there like some Freddy Krueger shit. So he'd be like, you know what?
Yes.
I want everybody to be gone. I want everybody to make it. So I'm gonna be like that. And that could be Ethan. It's hypothetical, it's a big hypothetical.
Because he's the same age as Victor chained to that wall, so might as well.
Yeah.
And who is cutting Ethan hair? I'm so sick of Ethan's ugly ass haircut.
Probably
That
Ethan.
baby haircut is like 4 years old, 5 years old, looking something like off the Goonies and stuff. I was like, who is cutting this baby hair?
I'm gonna go with Christy to match her mullet.
Oh, Christy.
Christy's.
Give that baby a BP cut.
So
did you notice they renamed the mullet the wolf cut?
The wolf cut? It's called the wolf cut?
Yeah, nah. That ain't gonna fly down here in Texas. We ain't gonna call it no wolf cut. We're gonna call it what it is, a mullet. Wolf cut.
Wolf cut.
But yeah, I agree. I think Ethan does have the ability to sort of be like you know how they reboot shows and be like, okay, 20 years later, and they pick up with a character. It's Ethan. Like Ethan would be the character we would keep for the show moving forward, right? Not to come back. We did get some really good information about the Nkui kids this episode.
Oh yeah.
They answered a lot of questions. And when we go back and look at some of the theories we talked about, like the paintings on the wall, a lot of that was answered. But let's take a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to dive more into the From episode 8 and the Nkui kids.
Coochie la la la. Coochie la 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 kid.
Let me ask you this. Was it just me, like you brought up a good point? Did that finale feel weighted for anybody? Because I didn't feel invested enough to like it was nice to watch and enjoy, but it didn't feel like I was invested like I was with Wanda and Agnes this Friday.
No, it was simply just a moment where Agatha made a very different choice from her normal. That's it. Yeah. That's it. And then she dies.
And that is Geeking Out, and we are every Monday at 8 o'clock talking about all things geeky. We just finished our Agatha All Along watch series, so check us out on Geeking Out on YouTube. Okay, it got juicy this episode because we found out that these kids that's been walking around and that's been walking around scaring people, we feel so bad for them because we found out that these kids were sacrificed. By the people that love them, which I assume are parents.
Yep.
And in my head, so now we know what Jade saw when he was in the cave, and then they look up and they saw the symbol of the tree. So that's where all that come from. That the one in Jade's book. So they gave us some meat this episode.
Yeah, they did.
But I have a question. Why were they what did they sacrifice for?
Yeah, that's the question.
And who they sacrificed to?
I have a theory.
Go for it.
All right. So we all know it's like in between heaven and hell, you know, timey-wimey, all kind of stuff like that. So they felt like, hey, let's go ahead and sacrifice these children. And you know, if any type of like spirituality, you know, witchcraft, all of that, black magic, stuff like that, you know, we're going to have to give like a blood sacrifice. Even you can find that in the Bible with Abraham.
I mean, yeah.
So they was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. And we're going to make the sacrifice of our kids because the CPS is not going to get us. And we're going to get out of here. Guess what? That backfired on them. It backfired on them because they did something wrong within that point. I mean, we seen like the blood rocks and, you know, all of the little tiki, you know, Scooby-Doo, you know, live action little things, you know, over there in the settlement where they're getting like all the crops at. So we know like this is very ancient. old magic.
Mm-hmm.
So they found out that they have been worshiping some kind of deity.
Mm-hmm.
And so they felt like, in order for us to have been trapped here, and this could have been like
Mm.
the 50s or the 40s or somewhere right in that timeline before like Victor came, then let's go ahead and do this and let's go ahead and break this curse. But it didn't, because guess what? We had like Victor's mom that has been called on to save the children.
Mm. Oh,
And
I
then
like
you have
that.
like
Yeah.
Tabitha doing that. But that's my theory on that. It was just a blood sacrifice that went wrong. CPS wasn't called. Shit backfired. Now they have like somewhat no solution in how to like break this curse, this spell to get out of this
Yeah.
hellish hole
Yeah,
place.
I can see that, because like that brings me back to kind of Sarah and even kind of Boyd's wife, because they keep hearing like you have to make a sacrifice if you want to
Yes, I was just about to say
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So
And
that's
You
Sarah,
have to make a sacrifice.
it wasn't Sarah trying to kill Ethan, and she
She
accidentally
was.
yes,
killed her brother?
yes. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
She
Yeah,
It was a
was. And
sacrifice.
so I think that's absolutely correct. I think
Mhm.
that the parents sacrifice their kids. You said something interesting, so they can leave. You
Mhm.
think these people were trapped? Like everybody else got trapped, like the first group of people that was trapped here?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
The
Mhm.
colony, because remember the guy was drinking the blood out the
Mhm.
skull. That's ritualistic. So
Mhm.
maybe they did a blood
Ritualistic,
sacrifice for
yes.
their kids.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
get out.
And they
And
said, nope, don't worry about it.
and what's up with the
And
little boy in white? Was he supposed to be sacrificed and he escaped, but he later died in a different way?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the Akui kids. Like he
And
looks.
and I still think of him as good. I don't know if he good, but he seemed good to me.
Is that
I
because
feel
he's
like
dressed in
he's
all white?
evil.
Well, I mean, because what he be telling people, I think is like help, like with at least with Lois Lane, he kind of helped her get out. So that's why I'm taking it as he trying to give you like some nuggets. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Or what like even when Victor, I know we'll talk about that when he did his little flashback. He giving you information to kind of help you.
You know what? Let's get right to that, because Victor Slick pissed me off.
Oh, he was taking it out.
It wasn't Jasper that said it. It was the boy. Why I was like, Victor, you need your. This is why Jay yanked your ass up, because you be playing with people.
He was taking me out. Sarah had some great patience.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, Victor was taking me out.
And here come his mama Tabitha. Come here, baby.
Yeah. Oh.
Victor was kicking refrigerators and walls and stuff. He was like that little white kid. Oh, what? It was ice cream. I'm getting no ice cream. Do it. He was
That's
like
exactly
that.
how he talked.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, he been through so much in those 40 years as a child. Guess what? He's gonna forgive things, because you got trauma on top of trauma on top of trauma right there. His brain has been rewired because of that. That's the reason why he could not remember until Lois Lane came to save the day, because Sarah was like, Tabs, come over here. Victor was like knocking down shit, slapping like bottles and stuff. He was like, he don't want his milk and everything. So she was like, okay, baby, I'm gonna hit you up with the titty and stuff. And let's remember like what has happened when you talk about Jasper's supposed to be talking. Then he said, oh shit, I remember. It was the boy in white that was sitting there telling Christopher all of these things. We have to make the sacrifice, but Christopher didn't want to do it, because Tabitha is that safe space. You see how he responds and how he interacts with like Tabitha, the whole family except for Midge.
No, that's Henry. That's Henry. That's Henry. Yeah. Damn, I ran out of my pen, stopped writing, so I had a note to write down so I wouldn't forget, and I forgot.
That's what I do during each show. If you see me writing, it's because I got posted.
Me, that's what I
remember my point.
writing, and I was like, shit, what was I talking about? We were talking about the basement. We were talking about Victor and his trauma, years being peeled off. Oh, Sister Sarah. Okay, listen, Sister Sarah needs grace, because Sister Sarah's been doing her missionary work.
I love it. I love it.
She helped Julie and Ethan get away from the monsters.
Yeah, she's been doing her work.
She's doing her missionary work.
Yes, she is.
Sarah needs a break.
She really is.
I really enjoy Sarah.
Yeah, it's Sister Sarah.
The pariah has turned into the saint.
Who? The pariah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
His full of dollars, Sister Sarah, and everything. The pariah turned into a saint.
She's doing her penance. Her penance.
Yeah, she needs one of them. The nun's outfit. She's almost there. She dresses. Yeah. She's almost there. Because she lives in the church, don't she?
No, she in her house. Isn't she in that house?
Oh, she does have her own house. Victor showed up to her house unannounced.
Victor's staying there now too. I actually would move in with Sarah, to tell you the truth. No, I think it would. I'd be peaceful with me.
Since Father Cartry is gone, Sister Sarah gonna be the evangelist and everything. She gonna be sitting there talking about, the angels from Africa, like that lady and stuff, to my she gonna be like that.
I love her.
She gonna have everybody speaking in tongues and shit.
Yeah. And I don't think she hasn't ever mentioned, right? She hasn't been hearing voices anymore, right?
They slowed down. They slowed down, but Julie said she was hearing voices, and we never knew that. So maybe she still hears them, and she just keeps that shit at bay.
Yep.
I think Sarah doesn't hear voices. I feel that when she did that, she pretty much completed the mission. I don't know.
They don't mess with her. When she failed killing Ethan, they was like, nope. We'll get somebody better than you. Because we can't do it.
You failed.
You failed. We have the town people kill you. Because they were on their way to do a witch hunt over Tilly, who they just met like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And,
And
I'm upset about Tilly.
I'm mad she's going. Her body would look so dried up and dead when they showed it. I'm like, Tilly.
I felt like you could have did a little bit more with Tilly. I think you could have did more.
Not only did they only meet her 3 weeks ago, she was terminally ill. That's why she kind of had, a don't give a fuck attitude. Because she thought she had terminal cancer, so she didn't know when she was going to die either way.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I told y'all she had that old blood and stuff, and that she had that old people blood. That's the reason why it was just right there.
She didn't bleed out at all, y'all.
Yeah, I like Tilly.
I love Tilly though.
Well, Tilly's dead now, and maybe at the end of this, for our finale, we decided we're going to do a after show special, and we'll do a funeral for everyone who didn't make it through this season. So a shout out to
that's 2, right? Yeah, that's 2. The season.
Dale, Tilly.
Dale, that's right.
Keon.
Nikki.
Oh, Nikki.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about her.
We'll have a nice visual and a candle lighting ceremony.
Is that the girl we don't want
to spoil that, huh?
Is that the girl that
got shot through the window? What was her name?
Oh,
that was Nikki.
Nikki.
The one that was acting ugly towards Fatima about the bathroom situation.
Because she was locked in there too long.
Yeah, because Fatima should have just done this to Nikki. She should have done that to her.
Oh, go ahead.
Speaking of Fatima, we have some more tea with her because while she's in protective custody, she has a special agent who has a special mission just for her that he needs to fulfill. Elgin has finally gotten something to do on this show, and I don't know if I support it or not because I know he delivered. If something was missing about his performance, or was it just me?
I don't know because it the camera. I want to see what's on these pictures that he taken. So I really don't know what. Is he good or is he bad? I know whatever that lady is.
I know he was.
What'd you say, Sasha?
Well, I was gonna say at first I thought he was good because he was gonna lock her in the room where she needed to be locked up. But then what throws it off is him draining the blood into the jar.
Yeah.
That's her snack. Oh, you're gonna lock her in the room with a snack. So you want the baby before.
Period.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know.
Okay. I call Elgin the Black Donnie Darko. So, he in this little tangent universe. So when that picture was snapping, because I did rewatch it, it showed a bag of blood.
You did.
Okay. So when he went to go sneak off and went to the infirmary, and Randall was like, "Oh, what you doing? Don't be the good drugs or somewhere else." Yeah. So he got the little thing.
Can we pause? I don't like how Randall profiled him because Randall was like, "Hold on. What you doing in here? You trying to get drugs?" Randall, slow down. Slow down.
That's Randall, though. We gotta just look over Randall. But he had that camera, and that camera is cursed. I call the camera like Frank the Bunny because it's telling him what to do with Fatima for this situation to be happening, for it, how they said this is where it begins. And so, he draw that little old blood, put it in them bottles, and I was like, baby, you could have used some water and washed that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be putting like fresh blood in some dirty ass bottles. But that's you, Elgin. And then he goes and like pulls like an Ethan Hunt, like Mission Impossible to get her out and everything. And then he takes her down into the root cellar. And then she's like, oh shit, no, what's up? Like, I'm not gonna stay down. He's like, well, you must have to because
he went 360.
But you think about it, he's doing it to protect everybody. So I'm like looking through and thinking, like, in my ADD ass brain, I was like, he is protecting everybody from Fatima, because if she keeps on, she gonna kill somebody, just like boy Black Daddy having that Black Daddy energy, telling Ellis like, hey, she gonna kill you, and if she gonna kill you and everything, I'm gonna go the fuck off and I'm gonna kill her ass because you my baby boy. You the only family that I have. I love her, but she gonna do something, I'm gonna hurt her. So Elgin is actually helping everybody out. It looks strange, but he really is helping everybody out.
It do.
Because Donna did say they need to move out. Ellis and Fatima needs to move out because she sensed danger.
Yeah, there's danger.
It makes so much sense.
But I don't know. I can get that piece of it, but I don't know, the piece of like giving the baby to whoever they're supposed to give this baby to. I don't know if that part is actually going to be good.
And he said the baby is not Ellis's.
Yes, but it's not Fatima's.
It's not Fatima's.
It's not Fatima's.
He said it's not yours.
That's why I said that part to me is I'm
that
leery.
Freaked me out.
Yeah, I'm leery of that.
Oh, could it be that the whatever is guiding Elgin wants that eighth child? Maybe whatever deal the town made, they will promise a certain amount of children. So maybe that child,
So every time there's children, because they wanted Ethan.
How many children were on that table?
I think there was
7
slabs, but only 7 children.
7.
I know one slab was empty.
Yeah. Oh, so it could be they didn't get Ethan. So maybe, I don't know.
Ain't enough kids for this prophecy to work now.
Oh, is the prophecy good though? I don't know if we want them to fulfill the prophecy.
No, we don't want to.
7 kids, the 7 seal, the 7 signs.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing to fulfill the prophecy. So that's why I said it's good that Fatima is away, but I'm leery of what we're gonna do with this child, and that part is kind of what's freaking me out because he kind of scared me a little bit with that like piece of it. I don't even know why she followed him. I wouldn't even follow Elgin. That didn't make no sense to me. Like,
did he say someone sent him? Did he say boy sent him?
Yeah, Ellis sent him.
Just lie.
And now it's gonna be like she disappeared.
Now they have a problem. It's gonna be a huge problem in this next episode.
Oh, I think so.
Oh yeah.
Oh y'all. Oh boy, you lied. Oh y'all was lying. Oh snap.
Yeah,
that's the reason why I said that damn box need to come back and make a cameo appearance.
Yeah, well, it's already starting to splinter because we see with Boyd and Donna, and then that deputy, she's still bothering me. That cop, she's bothering me.
I want to give her a little grace this episode because when things went crazy with the murder investigation, with this murder investigation, she was like, she's part of the investigative team. Like, girl, we didn't recruit you yet.
Yeah, she bothering me. Like, she doing a little, like, because on one episode, like, I did not like her that last episode with Boy. She was really testing it and really trying. I feel like she is one to watch. Like, she just is bothering me.
And watch she doesn't die.
No. I feel like she would be the person to try to take over Boyd or something. You know what I mean? She just kind of have a sneaky, not right undertone with her. I don't know.
She's like the other Randall. It's like her and Randall. If they get together, it just feels like.
I actually like Randall. I feel safe. I actually trust Randall more than her.
I feel like that's who's going to read her. it's gonna be Randall that puts in her place.
Please let Randall read her.
Yeah,
please let Randall read her.
I trust Randall more than her.
Don't y'all like Randall? Like in this episode, don't y'all like him? And especially how he was like telling Julie, like, there's nothing in this place that doesn't help us. I don't fuck with it. Like he was like literally saying, Julie, you could tell he like, I care about this girl, you know, but I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't want you to go over there to those ruins and see what's going on. You know, F around and find out. He didn't want like any type of danger to happen to her. That just shows like how much like a softie he is. Yeah. I mean, he's breaking down those walls and he's gotten very comfortable with Julie. Who else? Marabella. Who else he got very comfortable? He's getting comfortable with.
You got a suite downstairs.
Yep, you don't have to be in a bus anymore.
Yeah.
Right. He got a bed, you know, he's chilling like a villain, you know, put that PS5 up in there and everything. he got it golden up in there. He really do. But I like this episode of like showing like, yeah, he got hurt, he all cut up and everything else like that, but I feel that he wanted to feel like he's safe somewhere and where he can trust people because, you know, in the beginning he did not trust, and he did apologize to
to Elgin.
Yeah, he apologized to Elgin, so that means he's very self-aware. He has a conscience. You know, he's just not like rah 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 rah. Oh, whoop your ass. He's not like that, like at all. You know, he can be like a rough character, but he does have like a very sweet spot.
That's what made me think that he just got out of prison, and that's why he was on a bus. Because a lot of times when people get out of prison, they're given a bus ticket.
Oh yeah,
His demeanor kind of felt like someone that's been incarcerated for many years, and he's just getting out, and he has to like reacclimate to regular like world.
They be all like this, you know. They be like that and everything.
Yeah, guarded, on guard.
His backstory is worth exploring. It's worth.
I done dated a guy that was a felon too, so I get it. That was like 2 years ago, first and last time with that, but I get it.
Also in this episode, the kimono lady revealed herself to Fatima, the second person so far to get to see her. So I don't know what's going on. I can't wait to figure out their connection and figure out what's going on. Of the rumors,
I still think she's Fatima.
I think so too. I think so too.
Why does like, I mean, there's like so many theories. Like some people say, oh, that's not Fatima. And I was like, it looks like her. Just because she's in a kimono doesn't mean, oh, it's not her. I mean, she could have just like went to like 15th century Japan and just like threw an outfit on you with this timey-wimey stuff and just came back, you know, just want to be in style.
Yeah, she trying to. I think she's trying to warn.
You know, poncho on. She was like stylish.
Yeah. I think she's trying to. I don't get an evil vibe from her at all.
I don't either.
I think she's trying to actually warn. You know what I mean? But I'm not sure. I believe,
like with the wholesaler thing of last week, that you know when Elgin went inside the root cellar and seeing seeing the lady, all of that, and we've seen that body there, and I feel that like that is Fatima, but in spirit form. I feel that is her. And she, you know, I feel that, you know, just like thinking back, because I did like a, you know, whole think session like all today, that Fatima was already doomed as it is anyway. And they just picked her.
The light, of course.
Yeah, because she was the hope, the light, and everything. But she came from like a bad situation, a bad place. And she pulled herself out before she got there. So they sucking her back into that dark place.
Yeah.
We're gonna take another commercial break. Speaking of dark places, we're gonna go to to another commercial break. And when we come back, we're gonna chat about what everybody else is saying about this show.
Back in 1978, there was a terrible fire here. Some kid left a campfire alone. Winds picked up and it started to grow. The fire spread through the forest, burning everything in its path. They dug into the ground as their last hope. One of the rain hopper started chopping a tree, trying to start a fire line. After the fire passed, all they could find was Ward's charred skeleton. Years later, locals claim to see this strange figure with a skull for a head, carrying an axe, guarding the woods in the middle of the night. You better run, because Warren Copper will come for you.
And make sure that you guys check out Final Summer. I had a chance to chat with the writer and the director of this project. Cool. And you can it's on Tubi.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. You know what? I think that genre of like summer camp 80s, it feels like that will never go out of style, right?
Oh no.
When it comes to like slashers and like horror, I feel like that subgenre will never go away.
No. That's why I don't be in the woods.
We're not going on a camping trip.
Unless it's a log cabin.
You know, Jason shows out in those too.
On modern day.
They have some nice cabins that have Wi-Fi and
That's what I'm talking about, Shasha.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jacuzzis, barbecue grill. We're talking about that.
That's what I'm talking about.
You talking about a tent though?
No.
We're not doing no tent.
No tents.
I've seen what he do to people in tents. All right, let's jump into what are they screaming about when it comes to this show and this episode in particular. I'm really gonna need this unnecessarily skeptical motherfucker to die soon. Hashtag.
Yes, see, that's everyone's sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to switch sides because this is we didn't say his name, but we'll drink.
Okay.
They go that hair, Shasha.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. He want to be look at my picture. He want to be Jade so bad.
Except he can't get the beard. How you been here all the same amount of time and you don't have no facial hair? Like, everybody got facial.
I have an answer for that, but I'll save that for when we're offline.
Okay.
But I definitely agree with that. He needs to go.
And his hair should be longer because when he arrived, his hair was that length.
Yep.
He probably cuts it himself.
Mm. Yeah, looks like he could do that.
Yep. I hate that everybody hates him. I need to switch teams.
He's not redeeming himself.
No.
Now that we think about it, there's a lot of people whose hair should change. Donna done had the same bob for 3 years. Nobody.
Everybody's still split.
Out.
They got an underground salon in Colony House.
Yes, we do. Thank you very much. Not easily unlikable.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
He is a Buffy alum. Yes, he is. But everybody hates him on this, and they hated him then.
Yeah. It's 2 more episodes. I don't know if we're going to be able to redeem him.
They finally answered my question. So how did Martin throw the rope down if he was chained up? He damn sure shouldn't be able to move those baby legs.
That was so crazy that was Julie. That's crazy.
Yeah, she want to be Marty McFly so bad. So you mean to tell me that Victor risked he and Henry lives to go down to the caves to get Jasper, and it wasn't even Jasper who spilled the tea? Bruh. Exactly.
That's what Karen said. She almost died for that doll.
I can't wait for Henry to find out. Kick his ass, Henry.
The green army men to find our way out.
For nothing. At least he got his mama's scarf. Who'd have guessed that Elgin would turn creepy? Mm-hmm. Now kidnapping Fatima and talking like a cult leader. Mm-hmm. Those photos are telling something / to do something. I thought maybe he was taking his own pure blood to save her / injected into her somehow. But maybe it's just so she have something to eat, okay?
Yep. That's what it is, yep.
Or maybe the baby gets up and eat because she can eat those rotten vegetables. The baby don't want breast milk. The baby want blood.
That's crazy.
And Nikki gone. Boyd said, talismans don't protect people from Fatima. I'm crying.
Yep.
This is why I love cinematography. Intentionally or not, this frame of Jade literally framed between Jim and Tabitha speaks without saying. We can't see that, but we know the mood.
Yeah.
He's the best work husband.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Elgin, when he like grabs it down the stairs and stuff. Dang,
I was like, yes, Elgin.
I said, dang.
What has the kimono lady convinced him of so much that he's willing to drag Fatima down the steps?
Yeah, what's this? Who's this baby?
He's gonna sacrifice the baby because that's all they want them to do is kill kids, apparently. Jim worried about Jim. Take a sip. He worried about his family. Meanwhile, his daughter we rode in a van into the woods with a grown man, and he doesn't even know where she or Ethan is, and that she's having another seizure / episode.
Yeah, he just checked out. Him and Lois Lane kind of checked out. She back, but they both checked out with these kids.
She's working, okay? She's solving mysteries, and she told her kids, "Y'all better figure it out."
I'm gonna start calling them the boomer parents.
I tell you,
boomers were the only people that had that commercial. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
I know.
The older generation of parents.
They scared a whole generation. You hear me? They scared a whole generation.
You know where your kids are?
God, and now the kids are like, damn, do I know where I am?
No. And when she first went in there, she disappeared. I said, okay, the kid's gone now.
Okay, everybody take a brief moment and think about this before you answer.
I know.
No, wait. In the comments, let us know your answer to this question. All right, I'm going to ask you slowly, individually. Mika, which character of these two annoys you the most?
It's Mr. Jim. I cannot take him. I can't take him.
And what she needed to do before she went crazy is help Jim with his curly girl method. And if you want to grow your hair out, because look at Fatima's curls.
I know they floated. They
floated. That's a good ride. They rotted that hair. And Jim up here just waking up. Okay, Shasha, who are you killing?
Jim.
I mean, who are you most annoyed with?
Jim. It will always be him.
It will always be you.
Yeah, I just can't think of one thing I like about him. Each episode, he is just worse.
His eyes.
Oh no.
No,
it's fine. Yeah.
The tie for two most useless characters are Jim and Ellis. Like they just be there, being there.
We went a whole episode without dogging Ellis until now, and I fight for him. And
hey, if Ellis doesn't have a hater, that means I'm dead.
But let me tell you, Ellis is trying to get the award of being the best husband / father he can be right now. Okay,
he's having his best life on TikTok. Have you seen his TikTok?
We played one of his TikToks.
Oh yeah, we played. Yeah.
Do we still have that one? If so, let's just put it up there.
Yeah, they'll be having a good time.
Oh yeah, he has a good time. He's funny.
I think I saw one with him and Julie too. They was dancing around
They always are dancing.
Oh, look at that.
You know what? That set looks really scary at night.
I bet you it's fun. Yeah,
I bet it is fun.
Yeah. Where do they film it? Do you guys know where they film the show?
It's in Canada, but I don't know where specifically in Canada.
Yeah.
I could find out. Well,
yeah, I was wondering where they film it. Well, I don't know. Well, we got two more. I don't know. Ooh, that's crazy. I can't believe that went by quick.
Did we miss anything this episode? Because we got fed quite a bit this episode. We went over well, of course, Ethan's line about Hero needing to cross the threshold.
Yeah.
This episode, so that was really cool. We got a little Fatima saw the kimono lady, finally. Elgin snapped. Julie got her hero arc, her story arc of the time traveling queen.
Some answers with the gooey children.
The ghoulish children are a part of the township origins. They were seemingly killed by their loved ones in a ritual as they died. They were told a story by another loved one that gave them hope. That hope became infused with the roots that formed the symbol, which in turn became the faraway trees.
Okay, now this is interesting how they patched this together. A lot of it is filmed in Halifax, Nova Scotia, and Oakfield Provincial Park in Nova Scotia, which is probably like a national park. But the Colony House is in Beaver Bank, Canada, and the diner is also in Beaver Bank. So I guess the scenes out in the woods are in their national park, and the scenes that are in the little town are in Beaver Bank.
That's cool.
Bank, Canada.
Oh, so they're traveling.
Yeah.
So, okay, that makes me slightly nervous when it comes to budget of shows like this, because that sounds expensive.
Yeah, my thing is always when shows get bigger budgets, sometimes the writing tend to go. Well, I always say just keep what work for you. Just because you get popular, you get bigger budget, don't do too much.
That's a great segue to my question. In the intro of the show, we see boats. We see boats, and then we see the tree emblem, which means that when people were traveling only by boats, this was still happening. So I assume that's the first settlers. So could you imagine a new boat coming in at the end of this season? If so, what celebrity would you pick as a co-star for season 4?
Were they gonna be a celebrity?
A celebrity, yeah.
Oh Lord, don't.
You can go from athletes to big time actors. You can do anything you want. Who do you think would be cool?
Since they're in Canada, I say Drake. He needs something to do.
Oh,
So he can stop trying to terrorize people at basketball games, looking like an Aussie.
Dang, that's hard. I can't think.
Alfred Woodard.
Oh,
yes, he would be
that'd be good. They'll probably give us some more lines.
Is CCH Pounder still around?
Yeah.
She's good too.
Yeah, I love that.
I would always think of CCH Pounder too.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Or Lorraine Toussaint or something. I like her too.
Yeah.
Is Angela Bassett too much?
No, not at all. Look what she did for American Horror Story.
And 911.
Oh yeah, 911. Hopefully
Could you imagine her being Boyd's sister?
Oh yeah. They would play off each other well.
They would play, and then Auntie to Ellis, so that would be good for him and her.
Hey, Henry, there we can bring some more family members.
Yeah, because the town is real messy because they already brought Christy and Mary Junkie Rhodes together.
That's right, yo.
Real messy.
That's crazy too, because I forget about that. But look at that, how they connected and she ended up there. That's crazy. Yeah.
Let's see. My last choice would be. I love Michelle Pfeiffer. I don't know if she would do this, but I think this would be a good television show for her.
Ooh, that would be good. I don't know. But they're gonna do more people coming.
Beyonce.
No.
I love her performances, but acting.
Yeah, no.
She was good in Dreamgirls.
I can't take her acting. I'm with Shasha. No.
Yeah.
What was that movie she was in with Idris Elba? Obsessed?
Oh yeah. Was it Obsessed? Yeah, it was.
It was Obsessed.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it don't work for me.
All right, next week episode is part 1 of the finale, and it is titled Revelations, Chapter 1. Synopsis.
That's biblical.
Yeah, that is.
Are at an all-time high as the town residents learn that one of their own has gone missing. I think this is about Fatima.
And let's see what Donna disclosed. Did she just say that Fatima did it, or did she say boy knew? I don't know if she's gonna do all that. Hopefully she won't say all that, but there's gonna be tensions.
It's gonna be a lot of tension.
And that's why I said too, that's why that cop I'm watching, because I think she already looking at Boyd sideways. So to hear something else, she might try. I don't know, something about her, like to try to overtake him. She don't think he the real law anyway. She see herself as the real law.
I feel like she gonna mess up whatever plan.
She thinks she's the law.
And she's just as bad as Jim with not understanding how the town works. And it's gonna be one of the two of them. It's going either Jade or Elgin gonna come up with a plan to help something, and one of them two people is gonna mess up the plan. Believe.
I see that. She a liability. You gotta watch that one.
Listen, if y'all wish it's fulfilled and Jim is no longer here, we have his replacement already. Hoes we don't like. Okay. We don't like.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder how long they're gonna be. If next week is gonna be a little bit longer too. I don't know.
I hope so. Let me see. I couldn't find anything earlier. That's all I had. No trivia about it. Just the synopsis. Okay. Revelations chapter 1, and of course
that's a big title. That's a big that can be that's a lot.
That says everything.
Mm-hmm.
What are we feeling going into the two part? Because it's part 1 and part 2, just weeks apart. But going into the 2-part finale, what are we feeling on the inside is going to happen?
Ooh, a lot of tension. So I think we're just going to keep amping it up. You know what I mean? It's going to be nonstop. I see like factions, because I do see some tension going around there, some lawlessness, picking sides. I think it's just going to really be like straight out the gate for this next week and the final.
I think some of the people from Colony House are going to defect.
Yeah,
they're going to take over one of the other houses in town and call it something else, and it'll be their little defection house.
Yeah. It's staring. Ever since that town meeting, it's been shaky.
Because they're not going to want to listen. Oh, go ahead.
We've all seen Halloween Ends, right? Or Halloween Kills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you know how they try to say that the town can turn dark and then what it does to the people, that message behind it.
Mm-hmm.
What if we are getting ready for like that witch hunt moment in this show where they start to turn on each other?
Mm-hmm.
Evil dies tonight.
Evil dies tonight.
Yeah, because they looking for fat. Well, we don't know yet. We know she's gonna tell them, but they could be coming for Sarah too. I think it's just gonna be all out. Maybe even Boyd, depending on how we go. I don't know.
Yeah, and I can see people. This could be a cool way to get people out of here quickly because we've read Lord of the Flies. We've seen these things play out. We know what happens when people are under these circumstances. They want answers, even though the answer that they're demanding doesn't make any sense. It couldn't be Sarah. What are y'all talking about? But someone has to pay. And that's what Donna was saying. So I feel like, was Donna fueling that, or was she really just like saying what would happen?
Well, I think because I do agree with her, like with Sarah, even though I love Sarah, they never really addressed that. So to them, Sarah just like, killed all these people, and she's just able to coexist, you know what I mean? And they never really discussed that, so it did kind of just seem like that was just left there. So I think with Fatima, she is really telling Boy, you can't do that again because people has lost trust with you. If you put this box into place and you're not really following the rules, maybe for this person is okay, for that one is not. It really just breaking it down. So I think she just trying to stick to it's chaos. We need to not feed into this chaos. We need to stick to the rules. I don't know. And I love Sarah, but that is true. I mean, like, there was no consequences kind of for what she did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
like you have a choice because they're telling you what to say. It's like you don't have a choice. We see with Elgin, you just kind of being led to do these things. You're not really having any free will, it seems.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Any predicted deaths in the next episodes? Are we good so far this season on that?
No,
I think there's gonna be more.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of some unnamed characters just because.
Maybe I actually think they probably made you one of our main people.
I think so too.
I do.
The writer said that basically that your loved ones, your faves, or your peoples.
Because it always ends with a cliffhanger.
It does. And remember, I said that if your storyline is not attached to anything, then you're on the chopping block. So Julie just saved herself this episode.
Yeah,
Ethan, Jade, Tabitha,
Randall,
Victor,
I think is safe.
Randall, Boyd, unfortunately, Junkie Rogue.
Yeah, I do. Even though that would kind of bother me, I think Donna would be up just because they really haven't been, even though she's been seen, she really hasn't really had like a story plot. So I don't know, but I can see something there. Hopefully not, but yeah.
I know who we want to go, but who
Fatima, it could be Fatima too.
I thought she could go too. I don't know how this fake pregnancy, real pregnancy, not your real baby. What Maury got to say about this. Okay. The baby is not
Ellis. I think it could be Ellis too. I was thinking Kira was saying she think it will be Ellis.
Oh, if Fatima kills Ellis, that would change this whole show.
And it would crack Boyd.
It would crack Boyd because now you got Fatima and Sarah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens next week. I'm excited to see what happens at the end of this season. I'm nervous for some of our faves. I'm not worried about Lois Lane or Jay, which is the ones that matter to me this season. But I am worried about maybe someone like Bacta, who maybe get, if things go, all hell breaks loose, she may not be one of the ones who can survive. I'm not really worried about Donna.
There's someone we forgot. We didn't even mention him all show.
Who?
Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. Damn.
Was he in this episode?
Yeah, he was working with the cop. Remember taking the interview.
They were doing the investigations.
Investigation.
I know you're not my deputy, but sure, it's fine, boy.
I think Kenny's safe.
Yeah, I think haven't they been through enough?
Yeah.
To kill Kenny will feel very malicious. Like it feels like the writers are really at this whole episode this season.
Yeah, I think he's safe. I think Christy, they're safe. Yeah. I really think Kira really stuck on, she said Ellis. She see that.
Well, if Ellis goes, I'm not gonna quit the show, but if Ellis goes, I'm gonna be really sad for a little bit.
I thought it just occurred to me, we don't know because this baby, whatever it is in the mystical land, we don't know what the gestation period for this baby is. So what if Elgin put her down there because the baby might kill her just being born?
I think so. I don't think she's gonna survive. I don't see how she survived that delivery.
Oh, that's good. And I was thinking to piggyback onto that. That's why he brought her there for the delivery. I wonder if she's gonna. I thought she was gonna look bigger by the last few moments of the episode. I thought we were at that point of Devil's Baby, the Devil's Baby trope. Like when is she gonna get big? And like in the blink of an eye. Like first part of the episode she's normal, and then later on she's full term. Maybe next week.
Yeah, because she already seemed like she had like those like pains or Yep. Yeah. So Fatima, I would say Fatima for me probably is going to be out of here. I think. Hopefully Ellis can see her before then. I don't know.
Hopefully Ellis gets there to take care of her. But any final thoughts about this episode and as we move forward into the next week?
I enjoyed it. I did. I really enjoyed this one. So I think like I said, we did get some stuff answered. Hopefully we still go that way, but I enjoy this one. I like where it's going. And they usually do this for From. Like the last couple of episodes is always the ones that's like going. So I'm excited.
I agree. I think the pacing was a lot better in this episode than episode 7.
Yep.
Isn't it funny that we were told this? Like we were told like 6, 7, it's gonna slow down a little bit, and then we're gonna get right. It's all coming true. And this episode, I was really proud of them because I was being optimistic about the last 2 episodes, but they were just almost slightly filler.
Yeah, that's what it gave me.
Slightly filler, but I feel like we're on the right track. And if we're gonna go strong for the last 3 episodes, I'm cool with that.
And they're starting to tie in some stuff, which I like because that's the big thing.
Yeah. For everyone watching, I know you wonder where is King Tyrone. King Tyrone has officially became a married man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we want to send him and Jaleesa some beautiful love all the way here from FROMily. We're so happy for you. We can't wait for you to come back next week.
Yeah.
Congratulations and celebrate, bro.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We're gonna say Jim just so we can take a drink for you, but it's not for Jim, it's for you. And on that note, I'm Tamon Kane, and you can find me here on Scream Kings, on Geeking Out, and somewhere on social media talking about stuff. You can find me on everywhere social media. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, come find me. And I'm here with the wonderful Mika and from Double Feature Podcast and the lady Shasha.
Yeah.
Freak on everything. And don't forget to pop by Hood Podcast on Mondays. We talk about all things Black geek culture and news the weird. Yesterday I'm sorry, not Mondays, Tuesdays. We just switched our format. We're on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. We just finished going over the continuing saga of Johnny Somali. And hopefully he gets his behind handed to him a couple more times in Korea before the next show.
What about you, Mika? Any announcements?
Oh no, we just been paused because my mom. I'm trying to get the peace. So to say, I'm just still kind of out of it, but we'll get back to get in the flow. Yeah.
Well, everybody share some love to the person, to the legend, to the writer. You give them a hug. We are in a very weird world these days, and so we just want to keep spreading love and all of those things. So, in true Scream Kings fashion, we will scream you later and see you next week. Bye.